All right, let's do something a little different. We're going to shrink ourselves down, way, way down, into a world that's hidden inside a single drop of water. Now, you might think there's not much going on in there, but it is absolutely teeming with life. And today, we're on the hunt for one of its most incredible and honestly, most overlooked inhabitants.
So, picture this. It's the 1700s. You're one of the very first scientists, maybe someone like Anton van Leeuwenhoek, and you're peering through a brand new, cutting-edge microscope. You put a simple drop of pond water on a slide. You look through the lens and you see this, a mysterious, whirling blur of what looks like tiny spinning wheels. What on earth could that possibly be?
The first people to see them gave them this perfectly fitting nickname, wheel animalcules. I mean, it makes sense, right? But what are they really? And what in the world is causing that spinning motion? Well, that is the exact mystery we are here to solve today.
Okay, so after centuries of people wondering about these little whirling things, it is time for the big reveal. Let's finally put a name and a face to the creature behind the wheels.
So, this is it. This is a rotifer. Probably not the simple little wheel you were imagining, right? It's actually a pretty complex, multicellular animal. And get this, it's part of a massive family. There are about 1,800 different species of rotifers found all over the globe.
And here's where we solve our first mystery. Those wheels, well, they aren't wheels at all. It's actually a brilliant illusion. It's created by these tiny, hair-like structures called cilia. They beat in this perfect, wave-like sequence, which creates a powerful little whirlpool, a vortex that pulls in food. I mean, it is a true masterpiece of biological engineering.
And here's the amazing part. You don't need to go on some special scientific expedition to find these guys. Nope. These creatures are literally everywhere. That puddle you stepped over on the sidewalk, the bird bath in your garden, even the water just sitting in your roof gutter after it rains. They're all potential homes for rotifers.
But you know, rotifers aren't just fascinating to look at through a microscope. They have a really important job to do. They are basically nature's unsung cleanup crew.
The source material describes them as incessant hunters, and I think that is just the perfect description. They are constantly at work 24/7, performing an absolutely crucial cleanup service in their tiny little ecosystems.
And their cleanup process is incredibly efficient. That same vortex we were just talking about, the one made by the cilia, it acts like a microscopic vacuum cleaner. It just sucks in bacteria, algae, and all sorts of other organic debris. By constantly eating these particles, rotifers are actively purifying the water. This is so fundamental for the health of the entire ecosystem, you know? It's what keeps a pond from turning into a stagnant, murky mess.
Okay, but cleaning water isn't even their most incredible talent, not by a long shot. Rotifers have what you can only describe as a genuine superpower, something that seems like it's pulled straight out of a science fiction movie.
I just love this quote, an extreme tenacity to life. It just perfectly captures their superpower. These tiny little creatures are some of the toughest survivors on the entire planet, and one historic discovery proves it beyond any shadow of a doubt.
So, this tenacity was put to the ultimate test during an Antarctic expedition way back in the early 1900s. A biologist named James Murray collected some rotifer specimens that, of course, promptly froze solid in the brutal cold. He took them back to his lab, and a full year later he just moistened the sample, and you won't believe it, the rotifers revived. Those amazing wheels just started spinning again, almost as if no time had passed at all. Just incredible.
This mind-blowing ability to just hit the pause button on life actually has a name. It's called suspended animation. When their environment dries up or completely freezes, they just shut down all their metabolic processes, basically waiting patiently for conditions to get better. It's an ability that totally fascinates scientists, and it holds potential clues for everything from long-term space travel to preserving human organs.
So, it really makes you wonder, right? If a microscopic animal can survive being frozen completely solid for an entire year, what other unbelievable secrets, what other tenacious survivors are hiding out there in plain sight, right there in a single ordinary drop of water?